Today we're not necessarily focused on a specific region, but we're focused on a specific item. The item was Runite ore because after 85 mining Runite ore is one of the most consistent and profitable money makers, which made me think it would be perfect for bots and gold farmers. So I started at the mining guild where there are 2 Runite ore rocks. Alright, so we've got a level 33 here. He has 89 mining. And it looks like he's done the waterfall quest because his hit points is pretty low. What about this level 44 who just logged in? Really low stats except for 92 mining. You have so many accounts like this level 67, and I'm not saying all these accounts are bots or gold farmers, but what's suspicious is that so many accounts have very mediocre stats and their mining level is in the high 90s. I dropped a bunch of Runite ore in different worlds in front of the bots and waited to see when the Runite ore appeared and bots logged in, and they never picked it up. I'm not the only content creator that's been taking an interest in these bots. On Twitter, Mr. No Sleep was talking about amethyst mining bots with over 50 million mining experience. After I saw this, I wanted to investigate and see if there were any left after the ban, and there were plenty of them. I only found a couple within 5 or 10 minutes that had over 50 million mining experience, but there were plenty with 20, 30, and 40 million. It's a little bit crazy that some of these accounts with 50 million mining experience are like in the top 300 rank for mining, and they're gold farmers or bots. So then I thought maybe the 3 Runite rocks in the Sar caves might be camped by other bots or gold farmers. Except the requirement to access the rocks is to get a fire cave. So I wanted to see if there are any similarities in the stats of the miners here. And there were. It seems like all of the accounts I encountered were basically made to mine here. Some of the accounts even had upwards of 20 to 30 million mining experience, which takes between 500 and 1,000 hours of mining Runite ore. So there were so many of these accounts mining here that it was hard to find a Runite rock available in any given world, which made me think these accounts likely went on PvP worlds. So I geared up and waited to see what I could find. So I found this guy, Kaiser. He's hanging out on the PvP worlds mining Runite ore. Except I killed him 3 times on the same PvP world in the same day. So I'm assuming he's a bot because within the span of a couple hours, he was on the same PvP world and died 3 times in a row, and didn't change his behavior whatsoever. Not only that, but I logged on the next day in the morning, and when I logged into a PvP world, he was there. So it's not just that he's some mining bot that scrolls through the worlds, but he's programmed specifically to camp a couple worlds, one of which is a PvP world. I also caught another one of these miners logging into a PvP world. She had the same usual suspicious stats and not that much Runite ore. Pretty lame. I guess my other question is, if you have 99 mining, you have 30 million mining experience, you're mining Runite ore, super profitable. Why are you using a rune pickaxe? And then I got this tip that there was this gold farming operation that had been going on for months in what I thought was a really unlikely location, but apparently there were plenty of accounts ranging all different levels and they protected each other in the wilderness. The location was in the dungeon in the center of the lava maze. There are a couple black dragons there and some lesser demons, I think, but there's just a single Runite ore rock there, and it takes a while just to get into the lava maze, so I didn't expect too much. Okay, first of all, there's a lot of aggressive monsters here, and so when you're trying to lose aggro, watch out for the dragons. But I was hopping around looking for these gold farmers when I ran into a pretty suspicious account. This level 13 had so much Runite ore that I was actually able to fill my entire looting bag and almost all of my inventory as well. And now when we look at his stats, he has almost nothing except 87 mining. Easy 550k though. The tip said that the gold farms miners ranged all combat levels, and he actually talked to the gold farmers and got to know them a little bit. And this is where it gets really weird. I ran into one of the higher level accounts in the farm, and I logged in and said hey, and he said hi, nice account, good luck, and logged off, and that's it. And then I ran into him again, but on my higher level account. He said hi, nice account, good luck, and logged off. So I'm guessing the guy just doesn't speak English and is from Venezuela, but it could also be a bot that's programmed to be nice to players. And the other thing to keep in mind is although he has pretty high stats in general, he has over 40 million mining experience mining a single Runite ore in the lava maze dungeon. So then I run into this super high level Scald account just chilling. And in almost no time at all, a lower level that could actually attack my account logged in. You can tell they're not experienced PKers. It seems like the lower level misclicked on his friend before he killed me. The higher level could have attacked the lower level but didn't, so I'm assuming they're together. or they're the same person. I had my higher level account ready, so I logged in and killed the lower level account. I was safe from the higher level because the account hadn't been in that region very long, so the monsters around us were still aggressive to that account. The guy I killed was clearly mining runite ore, and the higher level was coming in to pick up the runite ore and go bank it. This is literally like a gold farming cartel, and they protect each other, and there's a runner, and they're hidden away in the dungeon of the lava maze. Just to prove a point, I went on to the mining high scores and just looked into each account that had a pretty suspicious username with a lot of mining experience. So for example, let's just take rank 101, 102, and 103 and look at their stats. We've got 70 million mining experience, 15 million fire making experience. I think this is from Blast Mine, correct me if I'm wrong. Similar stats for rank 103, and same thing for rank 101. 70 million mining experience. If you go through the ranks in the 150s, there are like so many similar accounts. And then I found this account, Deadshuth16. He's rank 41 mining, and it's one of his only high stats. The other high one is fire making at 31 million experience. And again, I think the fire making comes from blast mining. He has no other significant stats than fire making and mining. Quick math, blast mine is 50k XP per hour. 50k goes into 1 million 20 times. 20 times 140 is 2800. This account has done blast mine for roughly 2,800 hours, which in GP profited is well over 1 billion. We're either looking at an unbannable bot, or this is an OG Venezuelan who stumbled upon RuneScape gold farming early. I just wanted to double check and make sure blast mine was a popular bot spot. It is. I checked a couple worlds, and in each I found low level accounts with high 90s mining stats. And then there are the more common places to BK, deep in the wilderness by the runite ore rocks. The trend continues there though, because I found low level accounts like this level 30 who is mining there with over 40 million mining experience. I decided not to kill them for this video because you've seen me kill them many times. And then I got another tip about a different Venezuelan gold farming operation at the ice plateau deep in the wilderness with 3 runite ore rocks. I went to check out the area, but I only found a few level like 70s to 80s all wearing rune, but they weren't low enough level for me to really consistently kill them. Mod Weath provided some answers to many of the questions I posed in the video. The players with between 30 and 50 million mining experience are hand-played gold farmers. Now they are being banned frequently, but some of them obviously slip through the cracks because if the bot detection system can't pick them up, Mod Weath has to know exactly where to find them when they're online, and then he has to make a determination on if they should be banned or not. As for the much lower level mining accounts, those could be gold farmers or bots, it's hard to tell. And this video is really only focused on the mining skill, specifically mining runite ore. Now what Mod Weath was saying with these high XP rates, you can actually see in other skills as well. So I was killing low level defense tank black chinners, and I was coming across 1 or 2 every world, and then there were some worlds with over 5 or 6 of them. A lot of them had basically the exact same stats, the exact same defense build, and they were even wearing similar armors. They also didn't really know how to get away that well. Some of them ran north and tried to box the moss giants, but I could just kill them from afar. Some of them did know to run south, but then got confused when I TB'd them. Many of these hunters have between 40 and 100 million hunter experience, and they're all speaking Spanish. So I think this is proof that the Venezuelan gold farmers have fully invaded RuneScape, have hundreds of millions of XP, and play at least 10 hours a day consistently. I went back and started to kill these defense chinners in bulk, except I was running into a problem. I'm on my low HP account, risking quite a bit of money so that I can one-hit them. And these gold farmers are advanced enough to have a bunch of pures who are like level 60 to protect them. So if I'm in the world for more than 2 or 3 seconds after I get the kill, I'm at risk of losing quite a bit more than I gained. I was still able to pick up like an easy 300k here and there within 10 minutes, but it wasn't worth the risk. But they're in almost every single world, and most of them have 99 hunter. They also only bank their black chins once they get to like 100, and 100 black chins is over 300k, so you can make quite a bit of money if you're very careful. Leave a like if you thought this video was interesting, and remember to comment down below anything suspicious you see that you want me to check out for the next one. A brief message from the sponsor of this video. Let me ask you a series of questions here. Why do bots look the way they do? It's because they're robots, and robots don't grow hair. It's not because this is the default character. Ignore the goatee. So if you're not a bot and you sit at your computer for hours, then you're probably going to need to groom yourself. Which is exactly what you should do with Manscaped's Lawnmower 2.0 electric razor. It's a really high quality product and I actually use it all the time. Okay, but make sure to use it right. Also, you definitely don't need to shave your head with it actually. But the link is in the description for 20% off. Use code SirPugger.